we're going to make I just made it up last night actually. I don't know. I haven't made a name for it yet. It's our Christmas mocktail, and we're just going to start out with citrus, which we're going to have oranges, lemons, limes, and some raspberries, and we're just going to make something yummy out of it. Now, I don't know, do you guys know what this is? Yeah. Some of you do, some of you don't. I love these. I never knew what they were. I just recently discovered them, and I'll show you how to use it for those of you that don't know how to use them. It's a citrus juicer. You just take your citrus and you put it in there like that, and you can squeeze, and it kind of like grinds the pulp out of your citrus as you twist. Makes it really easy. I used to use those ones, you know, where you'd like twist like this and it hurts your wrist really bad. These ones make it a lot easier and fits in your drawer a lot better. So if you're interested in checking out one of these, or Singigi has lots of them in various shapes and sizes. They're quite handy. So there's the oranges. We pre-squeezed a lot of this so that you don't have to watch me squeezing things forever. We've got lemons and limes, and that's how easy it is. It's pretty simple. Okay, so we'll start out with fresh squeezed citrus. Is very, very high in calcium, very high in minerals, very high in vitamin C, and so these are not only delicious, but they're super good for you. And lots of antioxidants, so it's going to help boost your immune system, especially in the winter when it gets cold and everybody starts getting sick. This is great to have. Now this is not the same as orange juice concentrate. Orange juice concentrate is basically this, but they take out all the pulp, which is the fiber, and there's a lot of benefits to the fiber, and also they boil it down to condense it, and so all the enzymes are gone. It destroys a lot of the antioxidants, because antioxidants, your vitamin A, C's, and E, those are very heat sensitive, so when you heat them up, your antioxidants are basically destroyed, and lots of other heat sensitive vitamins. So if you can do fresh squeezed, that's the best. Anything you buy in a package at the store, so like in the cartons or the bottles, those have all been pasteurized, so they've all been heat treated as well. So anytime you can use fresh squeezed citrus, that's going to give you the best benefits possible. We've also got some lemon juice. Now lemon is really alkalizing. Even though lemon and citrus is acidic, it has an alkalizing effect on your body, so it'll help you become more alkaline. And when your body is more alkaline, you can resist viruses and bacteria and sicknesses a lot easier. For instance, cancer can't grow in an alkaline environment. It also helps with insulin resistance, so there's a lot of benefits to having your body alkalized, and fresh citrus does that. And we've got a little bit of lime here. And I'm not really measuring it. It's like mostly orange, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of lime, and this is a taste thing. So remember how we talked about intuitive eating? Everybody's going to like a different taste. So some people will like it tartar, some people will like it sweeter, some people like more of a certain component. So as a general recipe, just like mostly oranges and enough lemon and lime to make it so it tastes good for you. And just kind of play around with it, and that's what makes it fun. And then we're going to use a little bit of honey or other natural sweetener. I'd use honey or raw agave, and that's also to taste. Like some people like their drinks really sweet, and some people like them kind of tart, so it's totally up to you how much you put in. Just start out with a little bit, and you can always add more. It's hard to take it out if you put too much in. So start out with a bit, and then we're going to put in some raspberries, because at Christmas time everybody wants to see red and green, but just as an appetite stimulant, the colors of red and green are very good appetite stimulants. So you see them, it's visually appealing, and it makes you want to eat the food. So that's why I've chosen raspberries, because I love the flavor, and also they're beautiful and red. I'm talking a lot, but as you can see, this is easy. You just have to squeeze the stuff, put it in the blender. Now, normally a drink like this would have high fructose corn syrup and alcohol and like lots of other stuff in it, and it doesn't. It's just really delicious. All right, so after this, this is kind of fun because you can just be your own chemist in the kitchen. You can just kind of play around and find something you love, have the basic recipe, and then try it. Now I'm testing here for sweetness. Everything in here, the citrus and the raspberries are really tart, so it's way too sour. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of this in. And try again. A lot of people are scared to experiment in the kitchen. They think that if they don't have a perfect recipe, like 1 cup of this and 1 teaspoon of that it's just going to turn out terrible and there's no way that it's ever going to work out. And they're kind of scared to experiment. And with drinks, it's really easy to experiment because it's hard to mess them up. So this is a good way for you to play around in the kitchen, try things out, and better. Okay, I'm going to put in just a little bit more. That was a lot of lime in there. So 1 more and then we'll try it once more. And again, depending on your ingredients you use, like for instance, if you use pineapples, sometimes the pineapples are really sweet and sometimes they're really sour, and it just depends. Like you could get a pineapple that you don't need to put any sweetener in, and others you need to put a lot in. So just play around with it. Good. All right. Try this once more.
Is lime also alkalizing?
Yes, all citrus fruits are. Lemon is more so than others, but they all are. Okay, that's really good. Now what I'm going to do is I have, this is a time of year when all the apples are out, and so in Provo, I don't know if they have this in Salt Lake, but in Provo they have apple stands and you can go get apples, and then they have fresh squeezed apple juice that's not pasteurized. Again, with apples, they are one of the healthiest foods you can eat. They're the best for your body. But once you pasteurize the apple juice, all of those heat-sensitive vitamins are gone, and it's still tasty, but it's not as good for you. So I got some unpasteurized apple juice. It was just squeezed the day that I bought it, and it's really tasty, and that's something good for sweetening up beverages as well. So this is still a little bit too tart. But what I'm going to do is add some of this freshly squeezed apple juice, and that's going to sweeten it up without putting so much agave or honey or whatever kind of sweetener in there that you're going to use. Okay. Alright, one last taste. And I'm doing this because I want you to just, for the people that are scared to not use recipes, I kind of want you to see the process. I'm just talking it through. See the process of just like creating something in the kitchen that's your own. Tasty. So hopefully that takes a little stress out of it for the people that just are not used to creating things on their own, and just kind of see the process of how you do it and what goes into it. Now, we're going to pour this out and let you guys taste it. And some of you will think it's too sweet, some of you will think it's too sour, some will think, oh, that needs more raspberries, and that's okay. So just think, like, be thinking in your mind, like, how do I make this my own, okay? So I made this to taste how I like it, but you guys can change the recipe up to make it your own. And then, of course, it's the beauty of pouring it in a pretty cup and putting that out. And then you can always garnish it, and whenever you, where's my, I don't have one. Whenever you do drinks, it's always fun to just garnish your drink so that it looks extra pretty. And then not only do you have a really pretty drink, but put in the extra effort of garnishing. There you go, it's about the presentation, right?